y'all, Tyler Perry just got sued for allegedly S.A.ing a man, and Monique is loving every minute of it. Monique has been trying to warn us about Tyler Perry for a hot minute now, but people thought that she was just being salty because she and Tyler have had issues for a long time. But it turns out that she might have been right about Tyler after all. And get this, she's not the only one who's making these claims, because Katt Williams is also calling Tyler out. And if there's one person who knows a whole lot of tea in the Hollywood industry, it's Katt Williams. Like Monique, Katt Williams has been trying to tell us that there was more to Tyler than what met the eye. Everybody called them haters and said they were trying to pull a black man down, but it looks like they might have been right all along. But hold up, wait a minute, because Monique and Katt are not finished. They didn't come to play. Not only did they speak on this case, but they also brought a long list of other men that Tyler allegedly S.A.'d over the years. And this case is about to bust wide open, so let's break it down. Now, if there's one thing that we know about Miss Monique is that she's always going to do is hate on Tyler Perry, and she's going to stand on business every single time. Now, if Tyler Perry has no haters, it means that Monique has left this world. So when the news broke of Tyler Perry being accused of S.A., we knew that Monique was going to be all over it. And surprise, surprise, it didn't take long for her to jump in the situation and clown Tyler. Now, taking to Instagram, she posted a video where fans believed that she was clowning Tyler Perry and wrote, "Haha, guarantee you can't beat me up."
You get mad, even if you get offended. So, what you gonna do? Because I guarantee you can't beat me up.
Y'all, the shade was on spot with this, and going by the beef between them, it was more than expected that she would take some shots at him. In fact, her comments were quite tame compared to what we were expecting. But get this, Monique is not the only one speaking out against Tyler Perry, because Katt Williams also had something to say. Again, Katt Williams was speaking out. Isn't that shocking? Because like Monique, he has been trying to tell us for a while that Tyler Perry is not who we think he is. But Katt has been exposing the dark side of the industry. And I know y'all remember his comments on Club Shay Shay.
No, so there was a crossroads where we were both invited to an Illuminati thing, and it had to be one or the other of us.
Well, according to reports, Katt isn't in the least surprised about the allegations, because he has had his suspicions for a long time. Well, he and Monique just banded up to expose Tyler Perry even more. And if these two are joining forces, then you already know that it's about to be huge. So what did they have to say about Tyler? Well, according to the grapevine, they've allegedly heard rumors that Tyler's behavior, and even though his new accuser was the first person to be bold enough to speak out and say his name, he allegedly wasn't the first person to be victimized, because Tyler has allegedly been the one who S.A.'d actor Christian Keys. But before we get into their list of alleged victims, can we talk about this lawsuit? Because y'all, it's a lot, and it looks real bad. An actor named Dixon just came forward and filed some serious charges against Tyler, and he didn't hold back. According to reports, Derek claims that he and the director met at an event back in 2019. In Derek's words, Tyler picked him out of a crowd and asked for his phone number, suggesting he might have a role for him. But to be fair, Tyler did give Derek a shot. He cast him in this show called Ruthless. But if Derek thought that that was his little big break, he was in for a reality check. It was just a small part, just 2 episodes tops. Still, Derek stayed close and tried to keep himself in Tyler's inner circle, but apparently Tyler's interest went beyond just casting. According to Derek, things took a turn when Tyler allegedly started making moves on him. According to reports, in January 2020, Derek says Tyler invited him to his Atlanta home, and he accepted, hoping to build a friendship that would lead to more acting gigs. But according to the suit, while there, Derek drank too much and he ended up sleeping in a guest room. In the docs, Derek claims Tyler got into the bed with him and started touching his thighs, and although he rejected the advances that night, he claims Tyler remained interested. Derek says that after he gently shut Tyler down, he was later offered a more noticeable part on the Oval. It wasn't a starring role, but it was a clear upgrade from his brief appearance on Ruthless. But from the looks of it, he started to believe that things were finally falling into place for his acting career. Reports have it that it was around this time that Tyler also started firing off suggestive texts, including asking what drew sexual preferences were and telling him he has intercourse with men. Derek also notes his character Dale was written as gay, homeless, and desperate store clerk who had to sleep with other characters for a place to stay. He claims that's exactly what Tyler told him he was looking for in a real-life intimate partner, somebody who will be loyal and dependent upon Tyler. Well, Derek later claimed that even though he said no to Tyler, he was worried about the fallout. He didn't want to risk losing his job, so he tried to handle it carefully. He told Tyler he just wasn't into that kind of intimacy, hoping to keep things respectful about burning any bridges. But it didn't end there, because Tyler once again invited him to Atlanta later in 2020, and things allegedly took a dark turn. Derek claims Perry greeted him warmly, but quickly started a sexual charged conversation, like asking him if he likes it rough in bed, and then grabbed Derek by the throat while saying, "Look how excited you just got." It only got worse from there though, because according to Derek, he went on to claim that the most aggressive incident allegedly went down in June 2021, again at Tyler's Atlanta home. Dixon was staying in the guest house and wearing only his underwear when he says Tyler came in to give him a goodnight hug. He alleges Tyler yanked down his underwear, groped his butt, and said, "Relax and just let it happen," and assured him it wasn't going to hurt. Well, Dixon says he managed to rebuff his advance by changing the subject. Y'all, the situation got even messier by the minute, and fans are already drawing comparisons to what went down with Diddy. Just like Cassie's lawsuit was the spark that lit the fire, folks are saying that Derek's case could be the beginning of something much bigger. In his filing, Derek didn't just speak for himself. He strongly implied that Tyler has allegedly done this before with other men in the industry. You know, the same thing that Monique and Katt Williams hinted at. And he didn't stop there. Derek came prepared. He brought receipts in the form of text messages between him and Tyler. And let's just say they were far from innocent. The tone was definitely flirty and bold as F. In one text, Tyler asked Derek, "What is it going to take for you to have guiltless intercourse? Have y'all found that yet in therapy?" "Yes, it's the exact same kind of car, a Geo Metro." Derek then replied, "Giving up my religious guilt, becoming a Buddhist? That's so cool. Where you come from?" Tyler replied, "Unfortunately, Derek, I have friends who are in their 50s and 60s who are still dealing with that, and it's so sad. You can have freedom from religious guilt and still believe in Christ." In another text, Tyler wrote, "Nice. Santa Monica is nice. I'm glad you're going out there. How is your no? Is it stronger? You gotta have a strong no." Derek replied, "Yes, it's strong. My mom literally thinks I'm going to sell my soul to the Illuminati. She heard Kanye say that it's real." Tyler then wrote, "Well, I don't think that, but I do think that you have to be able to say no and mean it and make it clear." And Derek said, "I'll only say yes if it gets me an Oscar." Just kidding. Tyler then got real interesting and wrote, "Well, the only one who could have gotten that for you through intercourse is in prison. So just stick to the no, unless you are really into him." In another text, Tyler got even zestier when he said, "I would hope that you would let someone hold you and make love to you. You are missing the best years of your life, my friend. Trust me, I hope you get past that block in your mind soon." But that wasn't all, because in another message, Tyler seemed to be feeling some type of way about Derek Holt doing a photo shoot with another man. He hinted at being jealous and even made it sound like he had wished he had been the one in front of the camera with Derek. It definitely gave off more than just a friendly energy. He also wrote, "What I mean by that is that you're so beautiful. When you finally are able to unlock your mind, you're going to make that person crazy." In a different message, Tyler hinted that he was feeling a little extra that day, saying he was in that mood, if you catch my drift. He chalked it up to his testosterone acting up, but the explanation didn't make sense. He went on to say he felt sorry for the person who tried to flirt with him, which made it pretty clear the kind of energy that he was on. And get this, it seems like people on set were starting to get suspicious about Tyler's closeness to Derek, because he warned Derek to keep his mouth shut on set. Tyler wrote, "Listen to me. If you let the cast know that you and I have a new friendship, then you're opening yourself up to a lot of questions and foolishness. You want them to know that you are there because of your talent and not because you have a friendship or because Tony got me to give you a job. You earned your spot like everyone else. Don't give people an opportunity to play you small, or they will. I can't teach you everything. Unfortunately, there are some things you have to learn for yourself, because when we go back to work, I'm not going to know you. I don't have any friends that work for me, my friend. Professionalism is key. But if you thought that was bad enough, just wait. Now, with people on set gossiping about them, you'd think that Tyler would stop, right? Well, hello? No. Instead, he doubled down on his efforts and allegedly got even more intimate. According to Derek, Perry started asking about Dixon's preferences and what role Dixon took on when engaging in intimate acts, i.e. whether he was a top or a bottom, which in intimate terms means whether Dixon preferred to give or receive sex. Well, Perry further indicated to Dixon that he had intimacy with men before and that he was a top. Well, Perry further told Dixon that when you have a big D and when you hit that G spot right on these bottoms, they go crazy. Perry then further told Plaintiff that he wanted a man who was in a relationship with another individual, but with whom he could be emotionally involved and engage in intimate acts with, like a friend with benefits relationship, because Perry did not have time to deal with the emotional aspect of a relationship, only the physical. Now, this is where things got even more interesting, though, because y'all remember when Monique and Katt Williams claimed how Tyler allegedly S.A.ing Christian Keys, right? Yeah, that was out there in the streets, too. Derek Dixon seems to be making the same claims in his lawsuit. The court document said, in December 2023, Christian Keys, another actor who worked for Perry prior to Dixon's employment, posted a video on social media platforms detailing his experience with an anonymous Black Hollywood billionaire, which Dixon pieced together and believes to be Tyler Perry. Dixon heard Mr. Keys' account and saw that Perry had been engaging in the same conduct as other actors. Just like the interactions described by Keys, Perry would get drunk, climb into Dixon's bed, and start fondling Dixon's behind. And Dixon wanted to share his experiences with the media to prevent other actors from being hurt at the hands of Perry. And what's more, Derek claimed that Tyler Perry Studios allegedly paid Christian off, saying TPS allegedly took actions against Mr. Keys, including but not limited to paying Mr. Keys a certain sum of money and threatening him if he disclosed Perry's SH. And this is very nasty, y'all, like a super nasty situation. Hello? Not Medea. But Tyler Perry immediately lawyered up, and his lawyer called BS on this case, saying, this is an individual who got close to Tyler Perry for what now appears to be nothing more than setting up a scam. But Tyler will not be shaken down, and we are confident these fabricated claims of harassment will fail. However, between Monique, Katt Williams, Christian, and now Mr. Derek's claims, it's hard not to look at Tyler some type of way, especially because Derek's claims are weirdly similar to the ones made by Christian back in 2023.
When I was the one that was harassed for years, bullied, intimidated, harassed for years. And I'm gonna be painted as the villain because y'all have deified this person. This industry is something else. And some of the people that you think are your mentors, literally and figuratively, just trying to.
Only this time, there's text. But he also spoke about a time that a man came into his house and offered him $100,000 just to watch him strip. And this man didn't want to be intimate with Christian or even touch him. He just wanted to watch him take his clothes off.
That he showed up to my apartment and offered me $100,000 to take my clothes off me. He said, I don't even need to touch you. I just want to see you naked.
Well, Christian did not rightly name who the Black billionaire was, but Christian dropped another hint of how the person in question is something of a philanthropist and gives back to the Black community a lot.
I'm tired of this person gallivanting around doing these PR stunts. Oh, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that and I'm gonna do that. Well, then speak on, if you gonna have. Now, this particular guy is out here paying tuition for entire classes of HBCUs after this sketchy shit. You want to air him out too?
Now, there are a handful of Black billionaires in Hollywood, but everybody zeroed in on Tyler Perry. And very few people have given back to the black community like Tyler Perry has done, and he is very supportive of the black cause, and he is quick to write out a check. I wonder why, but it's kind of ironic that Tyler being generous and giving back is the reason that people believe that he was the one involved with Christian Keys. At the time, it was all speculation, but with Derek Dixon's new lawsuit and Monique and Katt's backup, well, it looks like Mr. Tyler Perry, aka Madea, just might be about to be exposed as the Diddy 2.0. Y'all say it ain't so. But y'all, Monique is out here hinting that there are more people that Tyler allegedly S.A.ed. And y'all, they talking about there's a list out there. And y'all better believe it's going to be explosive if that list comes out at the hands of Monique, because it would be sweet retribution and she would finally be getting her lick back. But y'all got to drop your thoughts and comments below and then check out this next video.